Good to see you, Ben.
Hey guys. Yeah, so we were talking about how hard it is to maintain social distancing when you do have to go outside, whether you're exercising or running errands. There are certain areas of many big cities where it is practically impossible to maintain that 2 meter distance. And a few people from the Toronto Public Space Committee decided to take to the streets just to demonstrate how hard it is. They created essentially a giant hoop around themselves to walk down the street to show that there just isn't a lot of public space for people to maintain social distance. And it's getting the conversation started about crowding on the streets of Toronto. I think particularly on, say, Yonge Street, just north of Yonge Dundas Square, where the sidewalks are very, very narrow. Some ideas being floated around is that during this pandemic, maybe certain lanes of traffic should be given up by cars to pedestrians in order to spread out during the pandemic. And I gotta say, I'm an advocate of this. I think it makes a lot of sense. There are fewer cars on the street, so maybe during the pandemic, close down some of these lanes of traffic and give them up to pedestrians. John Tory, the mayor of Toronto, seems to be floating a middle ground on Monday on CP24. He suggested making certain sidewalks one way. Meanwhile, the top doctor in the city of Toronto has said that yes, maintain social distance, but it is unlikely that you will contract COVID-19 just by passing somebody on the street. So, tempering people's anxiety there just a little bit. I did want to share, really interesting conversation that I had, which is going to appear on ETalk tonight with Simu Liu. He is of Kim's Convenience fame, but in the coming months, he is going to be known for far more than that. He has been cast as the star in the latest MCU film, which is shooting in Australia, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And he is so fit and in such great shape, as you have to be a superhero, that he put me through his quarantine workout. Why don't we take a look?
Let's do
how many you want.
Normal grip, not too far, not too close, and then all the way down to the chest and up. We'll go for 10. All right.
2, 4, 5, 8. I mean, even in a simple push-up, he looks like a superhero, and I look like a middle-aged man. But it's a really great conversation that we had talking about all sorts of things because his movie's been pushed back. How does he feel being in Australia all alone? And I would like to point something out that we talked about on the show. Here's a guy who was part of a really great Canadian sitcom. He gets cast to be one of the biggest superheroes in the world. Kim's Convenience has been extended by another 2 seasons. Nobody would fault a star on the rise to say, you know what, I had a great time on Kim's Convenience, but I'm going to focus on bigger things in the future. No, he didn't do that. He committed to coming back for those 2 seasons, which is just a really wonderful thing. He's also been really outspoken on Twitter talking about anti-Asian racism that has come up during this COVID-19 crisis, a really measured voice in a time of panic. A great chat. I hope everybody tunes in at 7 p.m. tonight.
I just love him, both from Kim's Convenience and from his Twitter account. It's not only really funny, but Ben, as you point out, it's also very it's very on tap, or it's very on point, sorry, with what's happening in the world right now. And he addresses things so directly and so succinctly. He is really a great Canadian treasure. I'm so glad to see all the success come this way. And I love that he signed on for back for Kim's Convenience for 2 more years.
Awesome. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.